Good day and welcome to the Friday episode of the Sport Rep Show. My name is Jesse Jackson Kawaraitha and I will be your host for today, unpacking the latest sports news in and beyond Namibian borders. And now for the latest on the hit list. Well, of course, today we start off with those that always want to be lucky, and it is our JSB Bet segment where there is always a lot happening with Brian Munango and Javon Wilson. But this time around, Javon Wilson will not be there, so it is going to be indeed Brian Munango and Ashwin Mberi to give us the latest bet slips and to see which lucky teams obviously can be drawn and all that. Let's enjoy.
Well, viewers, as you know, it's another Friday, and we are here to make sure that you have your betting tips for the weekend. This episode is not going to be my favorite, because I'm joined by my man here, Ashwin, instead of Javon. Javon, who's not doing well currently, we're sending him loads of love.
Get well
Hopefully,
soon.
brother man gets well soon. But yeah, let's dive right into it. So let's pick fantasy. We all know Man United lost this
All right,
weekend.
stop right there. Okay, what happened was that Manchester United faced Grimsby Town FC, not Grimsby City, just like a town. Now, you might not know Grimsby Town FC, and guess what? I would never blame you, because they play in the 4th division of the English Premier League, and they are 4th in the 4th division of the English Premier League, and some way, somehow, they managed with their budget of a total of $3.27 million. $3.27 million is what their entire team is worth. Manchester United worth $887 million real dollars. Could not beat Grimsby City. Manchester United, which won the Carabao Cup, has been knocked out. You lost 1 and 2 seasons ago. It happens like that, and that's just life.
I don't think all that detail is necessary, Ash. I
That's
really
important.
don't feel like
I mean, at the end of the day, we are also sports journalists. We all the people accurate information.
the value of the value of the squads. That information, I think we could have left that out. But hey, it's a tough time to be a United fan, brother.
Is it?
I
wouldn't know.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't relate.
The timing
Yes.
of Javon not being here and me having to do this with you is
It's incredible.
It's not being kind to me.
Of course, we want Javon to get well soon. I know the moment he gets well soon, he'll be ready to get into this conversation.
Yeah.
But look, it's a part of life. It's a part of your life. I cannot relate. But
fortunately.
let's get into the footy league. There's no reason to keep hammering on this.
Let's not dwell on the past.
No, let's not dwell on
this.
Manchester United losing at penalties after Belmo and Kuna failed to score. Let us not dwell on that.
I thought we would keep it brief, but actually,
Yes.
you and I are both in this fantasy
Yes,
league.
we are, sir.
So this is the Sports Rap Footy Fantasy League that we are working on. We have over 2,000 managers that have joined the league. This is just to show you that that's the code on the screen if you want to join the league. This was the top 5 of the first round. We'll drop the top 5 of the second round. But the competition is really tight. I myself am in the league.
Yes.
I am placed around 183 right now. I don't know where you are on that log, but yeah, those are just my...
Yeah, no, I think my performance currently in the fantasy league could be, similar to Manchester United's performance at the beginning of the season. We're just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
It's fine, because the good thing is you can look back to the Arsenal game and say you played well.
And it's so sad that at this moment, that's all we have right now.
Yes.
That performance against you guys.
Which you lost.
Also
that.
But we're not done United.
We can talk about. Let's get into my team.
Let's
look at my fantasy
Yes.
team.
I want to see what your
let's
thoughts
have a
were.
look at the players that I have coming through. So I have recruited the works of Vicario. Tottenham Hotspur. I liked his work against Manchester City. Of course, Manchester City could have made it more challenging by being more competent, but I was very happy with that. Shaloba, I'm really enjoying his work at Chelsea, and I think he's going to become their number 1 defender very, very soon, without a doubt. Guehi, he himself is said to be moving. He seems to want to go to Liverpool, the Crystal Palace captain.
Do you think
we'll see? I think he might, but the problem is Liverpool right now, I think they want to dumb down the noise.
Yeah.
There's so much happening with Alexander Isaac. There's a lot going on, and they just want to get into their season.
Yeah.
So he might not, but we'll see. Jurriën Timber, no explanation needed there. Semenyo had a wonderful start to the season. I think he can get it going again. Cullen has been a fantastic midfielder. He gets to play a midfield that lost to Grimsby this coming weekend, so I trust that Cullen will do well. Eze,
Like I said, United fans, you guys are going to have to hang tight for this episode.
gotta
Ashwin
stay
is bringing
strong.
everything
Got
here.
to stay strong. So Eze is likely to make his debut for Arsenal. That's going to be against Liverpool. You saw I've also got Gyökeres on the team. Joao
Yes.
Pedro in fantastic form. Richarlison, that's more of a faith project.
Okay.
But I do think that he is gaining some momentum with regards to Tottenham.
Yes.
So that's my squad. I think it's going to be pretty solid going in. We'll have a look at your squad now, Brian.
Look, a few things you just mentioned. I think you and I are in the same space regarding Richarlison. As you can see, he's my front man there. He's up in
Yes.
front. Richarlison, I don't know if it's the same thing we had last season with Postecoglou, where these guys kick off so strongly and it just doesn't get going.
Doesn't get going,
But just to
sure.
run you through it, I'm going with Cells in my goal. I have a strong belief that Spurs are going to have a good season so far, because they have like a good four or five games to go before they meet the big boys apart from
Yes,
City.
yeah.
I'm going with Pedro Porro in defense, Kudus in midfield, Richarlison up front, Chris Wood I can't leave out, he's playing against West Ham.
Yeah,
He's my
okay.
striker. João Pedro, the same with you. This is going to sound... I don't know.
Yes.
But I'm captaining Bruno Fernandes for my team.
You're captaining Bruno Fernandes.
Yes.
No, you and Ruben Amorim have that in common. And you and Ruben Amorim might face the same fate, whereas the aforementioned Bruno Fernandes might show up. But it's good to see him there. He does need a bounce-back game. Sadly, he couldn't bounce back against 4th Division team Grimsby Town FC. But perhaps back in the Premier League, now he's going to catch his stride. There must be something about Arsenal, Fulham, and Grimsby that didn't allow Bruno Fernandes to step fully into his life. So we see how it goes this weekend.
Now that you put it like that, it's a naive decision. I'm going against everything that is out there. I'm going against all the stats.
Yes.
And the bad performances that we've been having and hoping Bruno gets me some points. I'm really just focused on the points. But
Let's get into the
nonetheless,
fixtures.
we need to get the money.
Yes.
So before we do get to my bet slip, quickly run us through the fixtures
Let's
for the
quickly
weekend.
have a
Javon.
look at the fixtures this weekend. As you saw, we were talking about the wonderful clashes, Burnley versus Manchester United. That's going to be fantastic to witness. Tottenham is taking on Bournemouth, which I also think is going to be a solid outing. And of course, the game of the week,
The game of the
Liverpool
week.
versus Arsenal.
The game of the
Two
week.
teams with an English legacy who don't go to dilute it with 4 division teams. It's going to be fantastic.
Sure, stuff.
Take us into your split.
Look at, did you see the odds?
Yes.
So the odds
Take me
are
to
in
the odds.
favor of Liverpool beating Arsenal.
Because it's Anfield.
Because it's Anfield, I guess. But personally, I don't agree in the form that Arsenal has been in, and that defense has to be appreciated, and that
100%.
defense has to be respected. But before we
And
do
Liverpool drew with 10 men.
Against Newcastle?
They beat Newcastle, but they struggled against 10 men.
facts,
Yeah.
so if we have to look at that, I did come up with a bet slip. I don't know if you agree with it, but I want you to check it through with me. So it's a 5 parlay. It's 5 games.
Yes.
The odds come in at 16.6. If you put down $100, that gets you 1,600. I'm going to be a bit more brave, and I'm going to go 200 for 3.6, 3.5.
All right.
So Chelsea to beat Fulham, straight win.
I see you.
Tottenham, I think I'm going to beat Bournemouth.
All right.
Richarlison is in good form. They're picking up really good. Newcastle get their first win of the season against a destroyed Leeds by Arsenal.
And of course, Newcastle's happy.
Yes.
Not happy. They're going to be wanting to bounce back.
They're going to
after
be
they
wanting to
looked
bounce
okay.
back.
And yes.
So then we add Nottingham Forest that are going to beat West Ham. And then I'm going to include the last one is Manchester City beating Brighton. I've stayed away from the Arsenal game because I'm not sure about that one. And United also, I don't want to touch anything to do with United right now.
Why would you? Neither does Ruben Amorim. All right, that's been JSB Bet with the Best. We are bringing to you In the Mix Africa, broadening our perspective, focusing on African players playing in Europe, playing in Africa, the inner workings of their craft, every single little thing. And also, very importantly, tasting African food with Patty. Are you ready for that?
Of course, we're going to broaden up our taste palettes and we're going to take it to the whole of Africa. We're not just going to stick here in Namibia. Of course, it's important to also appreciate Namibian culture and food, but we're going to broaden it up, like you say, and we're going to try everything.
That's right. So join us as we take you beyond borders for the love of sport within the Mix Africa.
Now, the NSSU League, of course, entering its crucial stages and exciting moments. So definitely it is happening. And our NTV crew are there covering this matches, of course. Let's see some of the scenes from that side.
Kykers, vandag bring ons vir julle 'n lewendige uitsending van die Huggy Gainkop Stadium af. Ons is hier by die NSSR semifinale. Ek het vir Brian Munango by my. Brian, hoe gaan dit met jou?
Annemarie, opgewonde. Ek is baie excited. Ons is hier, soos jy gesê het, by die Huggy Gainkop Stadion. Ons maak gereed vir klomp rugbywedstryde en ek kan dit definitief sê. Opgewonde is al wat ek is.
Ja, 18 wedstryde in 2 dae, dis 'n klompie. As jy nou moes kyk vir watse wedstryde sou jy sê sien jy die meeste uit?
Kyk, om nie biased te wees of enige iets nie. Ek sien vooruit vir Saterdag meer. Oor die onder 19 se Superliga met nou Moria, Tsumapgem, Windhoek en
Gimnasium.
En die gimnasium wat nog steeds daar sou in die semis. Maar vir vandag, ek sien vooruit vir die laities man. Die laities van die onder 14s, onder 15s, die underdogs op Telemmer, Pareses, Paskole soos hy klomp om vooruit te sien.
Ja, net bietjie kyk waarna toe ons rugby gaan. Ek meen, ons het mos nou gister 'n bietjie gesels oor MyZone se partnership wat hulle met die NSSR aan die gang het en hoe belangrik daai ontwikkeling vir die rugby is. So ek is ook opgewonde om te kyk wat hierdie jong manne kan bring en wat hulle kan offer in terme van rugby.
En gepraat van die sponsorship van MyZone, groot sponsorship, congratulations to MyZone and to the NSSR for coming together. 2.5 million, 5 years.
Baie geld.
Klomp geld.
Maar ek dink die ontwikkeling van rugby is so belangrik vir ons land. So ek is bly dat ons 'n good cause gekry het om daai geld in te stoot en ek kan nie wag om te sien wat gaan gebeur oor hierdie volgende 5 jaar nie, want ek dink dit gaan groot wees vir Namibië se rugby en vir MyZone.
En die fokus, die feit dat dit op die laities is, soos jy sê, ontwikkeling, ons wil seker maak ons kry nasionale spelers uit hierdie ouens uit. So ja, ek is ook baie excited vir dit. Maar vir jou moet ons net op die spot sit. Vir Annemarie moet ons net op die spot sit. Annemarie, vertel ons bietjie, kyk, as ons praat van die Superliga, semifinals, sê vir ons wie gaan deur tussen die 4 spanne en wie lig die trofee volgende week?
Kyk nee. Jy hou daarvan om my so op die spot te sit op tye wanneer ek nie regtig op die spot wil wees nie. Kyk, wat ek hoop is dat ons 'n Moria VHS final gaan hê.
Moria VHS.
Yes, want soos ons weet, VHS het 'n title to defend, essentially, maar Moria is die underdogs. En I like an underdog. Ek wil sien if they can come to the table.
Okay, ek stem saam met jou. Ek en jy is in dieselfde boot. Soos ek al vroeër gesê het, ek support al die underdog. Ek hou van Moria se rugby. So en ek is 'n platteland boy.
Ja.
So ons hoor dit maar by die platteland. Ek kry net by die platteland. Maar soos ons begin, ons het onder 14 se wedstryd op mee te begin onder 15. Soos jy gesê het, 18 games vandag. So hang saam met ons en ons gaan net bietjie rugby. Dis ons gesels bietjie met Willem. Hy is die coach hier vir onder 15s op Pap. Coach, vertel ons net bietjie. NSSR semifinals. Hoe was die liga vir julle? Hoe het alles geloop vir die semis?
Nee, dit het goed geloop. Ek dink dit is 'n suksesvolle seisoen sover. Ons het tweede geëindig op die log. So goeie voorbereiding gehad en ek sien uit vir wat voorlê.
Okay, semifinals. Hoe belangrik is dit vir julle om deur te gaan en is 'n taffe wedstryd teen VS?
Ja, ons het nou 2 keer teen VS gespeel. Albei keer was stawwe wedstryde. Ons het laas jaar met die onder 14 ongelukkig vasgeval in die semifinaal, maar hopelik kan ons hom hierdie jaar weer trek.
En hoe belangrik is dit vir julle om die game op die regte voet te begin vir jy?
Ja, ek dink ons sal altyd op die voorvoet begin. Ek dink ons ons spelpyl afdruk op die wedstryd. So ek dink dit is vir ons baie belangrik om goed te begin, ja.
Okay, Willem, voordat jy laat gaan, laaste vraagie. Ons praat nog van die soccer rugby hierdie jong mannetjies. Hoe voel jy oor die development van rugby in Namibië?
Daar is baie programme wat op die oomblik in plek gestel word wat baie goed is. Ek dink alles begin maar onder ons almal weet dit. As kinders van jongs af liefde gekweek word vir die sport, dan dra dit deur tot by die hoërskool. So ja, nee, ek dink dit gaan goed in Namibië op die oomblik.
Dankie.
Dankie.
Morning everyone, my name is Rolf van Wyk. I'm the head coach for the under 15 team for Grootfontein Schools Rugby. We are represented by Karstveld and GSS in Grootfontein. Yes, we've got a long journey heading down from Okwandiva all the way to Okahanya, including Chumep and Grootfontein. We had a long season. As you heard now, there's a lot of driving, struggling to get the boys together as the exams prepared everyone, but the mood is there and we believe in the boys.
All right, I'm coach of the Parises under 14A team. We're looking really forward to the semi-final. We've got 1 or 2 injuries, but for the rest, this whole week we prepared really well. The boys are up for it. We're going to stick to our game plan. We're playing against a really good MK Gertse team, but the boys are up for it and we're looking forward to the semi-final.
Good day. My name is Realdo van Wyk. I'm from MNK Gertse. I'm the head coach of MNK Gertse High School, under 14 team. We are glad to be here, and yeah, we're looking forward to a great game. Our boys are really looking forward to this game, and yeah, and while I have this opportunity, I would like to thank our sponsors, sponsoring our leagues. Thank you very much, MyZone, for sponsoring our leagues. We really appreciate it. And yeah, thank you very much for being here for our development at school level. So yeah, and what we are looking forward to in our games is just our boys to play hard, to execute what we have practiced, and just to enjoy the game. And at the end of the day, like all coaches and all players and all teams, look forward to be victorious at the end of the game. But yeah, that's what we are expecting for this game.
Hi everyone, my name is JT Basson, head coach of the under 14 group here at Windhoek Gymnasium. Today is a big day for us, semi-finals against amazing Windhoek High School team. Our preparation this week went well, no injuries, our commitment is there. We're very excited as well. We can't wait for this game to start. I think our preparation will have us pull it through. So let's see what happens. Thank you for being here.
Ons gesels 'n bietjie met Justin. Semis VIS weer eens hierso. Hulle het 'n groot wedstryd teen Wap. Vertel ons 'n bietjie hoe lyk die span en hoe was die seisoen sover vir hulle om tot hier te kom by die semis?
Baie dankie aan julle ook. Ja, dit was ons is bly om hier te wees. Die season was bietjie taaf, ons was baie getoets. Ons het 'n paar injuries gehad gedurende die tyd. Een of twee ouens het recover. Wat 'n goeie ding is. Maar ons span is basically dieselfde. Soos ek sê, ons gaan niks fancy doen. Niks anders doen nie. We got to stick to our processes. So dit is net op 'n van die dag die ou wat die hongerste kan wees vir dene. So hierso al wat ek vir hulle gesê het is kyk, hierso is nog nie weer liga tyd waar ons op 'n volgende game kan rely nie. This is the one that counts. This is the one that we've been working for. So yeah, we're ready for this one.
Like you said, this one is the one that you've been working on to make sure that you guys get here. Julle het altyd Wap gespeel in die liga?
Yes.
Gewen?
Nee.
Verloor.
Ons het verloor, ja.
Vertel my 'n bietjie van die mentality van die boys. Hoe belangrik is dit vir hulle om te switch? Om seker te maak hulle is ready vir die semis. I mean,
ja, kyk, soos ek sê is die sport is maar 'n sport.
Yes.
Jy moet gereed wees van die begin af. En the wait and see approach, dit is wat ons bietjie in die voet skiet. Soms wil ons kyk wat doen die ander span en playing catch up rugby is never great. So dis wat ek sê, ons Wap gespeel het, goeie span. Hulle het gekom vir ons, hulle het ons moeilike tye gegee. So al ding wat ek nou gesê het, soos ek gesê het, ons die boys geprep, dit is net ons moet van die begin af begin. Ons kan nie wag nie, ons kan nie sien wat doen hulle, ons kan nie dit en ons kan ook nie catch up rugby speel nie. Never. We can't play catch up rugby. Want dan sit jy span onder druk, jy maak onnodige foute op 'n van die dag.
Okay, geluk met die semis en ons sien voor dit om na die game te result.
Yes, dankie man.
Hi, my name is David Low. I play for Windhoek Afrikaanse Privaat School under 15A team. Today, I think we played well. We did have some few mistakes that we made by our rucking and our kicking, but overall, I think our team performed today, and we tried our best. And I'm happy with the result we got.
Ons afspraak elke Vrydag aand, dit is 7:30 in die tonnel. Lekkerte van in die tonnel is ons gesels met die sportman en die sportvroue wat op die sportveld opstap en opdraf. praat met die afrigters, ons kundiges wat saamgesels, soos MW Welman van Megafoon Sport, Mike Potgieter, kundige op die rugbyfront, dis lekker saamgesels. Ons hoor wat sê almal, wat kan die naweek gebeur? Is almal gesond en wie word gekies? Dit is Saterdag se aksie, Sondag se aksie, maar nie net internasionaal nie. Ons kyk ook wat in Namibië gebeur. Lekker saamgesels. Vrydag aande, ons gesels saam, 7:30 in die tunnel.
Of course, it was indeed an important day there at the Hage Geingob Stadium as the teams are battling it out for top honors. They're hoping that they can actually deliver on the golden prize at the end of the day. Now, after this, Ariel Hart will be on standby to deliver us some of the latest international news. From me, Jesse Jackson Kauraitha, it is goodbye.
Good everyone, time for international sports news, and starting off with tennis news first. The US Open that continues, that's at Flushing Meadows in New York. And firstly, from the women's side of the draw, number 2 seed Iga Swiatek. She had a tough 3-setter against unseeded Suzanne Lemens of the Netherlands. It is Swiatek that won in the end, 6-1, 4-6 and 6-4. Also number 1 seed Aryna Sabalenka, she's safely through to the next round, and also Coco Gauff of the USA, number 3 seed. So the number 1, 2 and 3 seed through to the third round in the US Open. On the men's side of the draw, not a good result for number 9 seed. It's Karen Kachanov, and he lost to Kamil Morasz from Poland, and the score there was in 5 sets. It was a tough 5-setter, 7-6 in the 5th set, and it is the number 9 seed out in the men's division. And then Yannick Sinner, the number 1 seed, is safely through to the third round, beating Alex Popegren of Australia by 6-3, 6-2 and 6-2. On to golf news. It's the European Masters that's being played at the moment, and it is a big tournament for many players. The Ryder Cup team of the Europe will be confirmed on Monday. Still a few captains' picks for Luke Donald to decide on after this tournament. So it's Richard Mansell on 5 under par. He's from England, and then a South African Richard Sterney. He's a 4 under par, just a 1 shot back, and also good first round from Brendan Stone of South Africa. Also 3 under par for Brendan Stone. Some of the high-profile players in the top 10 at the moment: Matthew Fitzpatrick on a 3 under par, and Rasmus Højgaard is a bit further down on 1 under par. To close off today's international sports news, it is soccer news. It is the draw of the Champions League that was made, and it is a few strong teams that will still meet, or that will meet in the league phase of this competition. It is Liverpool and Manchester City that will both come up against Real Madrid, so it's going to be tough games for them in the league phase. And also Tottenham Hotspur and Newcastle, they're drawn to also play against the holders, PSG, Paris Saint-Germain. It's also Arsenal that is in a group where they play against Bayern Munich and Inter Milan, so that is the Champions League draw that was confirmed. Then it is also soccer news. It is Manchester United coach Ruben Amorim that is still under pressure, but it seems like he's got the support of the management of Manchester United. That's before they play Burnley this coming weekend. They lost in the middle of the week, earlier in the week, they lost against Grimsby. That was in the Carabao Cup league. Grimsby is in a league 4 leagues lower down than Manchester United, so not a good result for them there. So we'll see how it goes. That is against Burnley this coming weekend in the English Premier League. That's international sports news for today. Hope you have a great sport day. We talk international sport again on Monday. Goodbye.